another episode of
Are You Next?
We got our different studios.
Please subscribe. So
what's going on, man? Thank you for coming back. Cam.
Yes. Thank you for having me back.
Absolute space girl. So I wanna, before I started, I feel a way about this Big Meech situation.
Well, what's the situation?
What you feel about Big Meech? What happened?
I don't want to sound like a hater, but fuck this Big Meech.
When you leave with that, wait. When you leave with that, it's some type of hater.
No, yeah, it can be, but what I'm saying is, why are we glorifying someone who poisoned our community, right? Did 20 years in prison. Now he comes home, he's a icon.
You know what I was saying? They were saying that he told or something.
I mean, even if he told or not, why is he an icon?
Why? I feel the same way about Glaze and the rest of those people too.
I don't want to speak about Glaze.
That's your boy.
Yeah.
See now you're being biased. No, because it's the same thing.
But he said I don't want to sound like hate. But you got bias hate.
I don't know.
It's bias hate. That's still bias hate.
I don't care. But you know the street life. You know this. It's no difference.
But at least Glaze is preaching. Yo, stop the violence. He's doing something positive with his time now. So if he did whatever he did, they say he did. At least he came home saying, "Listen, don't do this. I did that. Y'all shouldn't do that." Big Meech ain't doing that.
How you know that?
What do you mean how? What do you mean how you know? You don't watch your
Let me tell you something. So where do you? I'm not being a hater or nobody. This is just a matter of an opinion. The thing is this, you said that Glaze is doing this, like, where, on YouTube?
Yes, on YouTube, yes.
Because I saw a little thing with him and his own brother, like, they going back and forth, airing out dirty laundry.
Yeah, no, that was old. That was old stuff.
It says whether it was old or new, it happened.
Correct.
So,
where did the transformation start?
Why would I be impressed about, do you know the lifestyle that he's lived? And the things that he's done?
Yes, same building.
And to people that we loved, maybe not you, but I'm just saying, like, so it's no different. It's no different from, and I'm not no hater. I grew up with these people. These people were friends of my brother. But again, you got Glaze, you got Meech, you got Todd. Like, y'all glorifying, not you. I'm just saying.
Shout out to Glaze. Shout out to Meech.
Anywho, y'all glorifying these street guys who's wreaked havoc out there on these streets. And at the end of the day, they're getting praised because they're home.
No.
Like,
you want to know why?
There's no difference.
No, I'm not praising Glaze, Big Meech. I'm not praising none of them. But I'm saying, why are they glorified?
You want to know why?
No, but you said you didn't want to speak on Glaze. People are glorifying him, and I don't care what he's preaching now. He still had, and everybody has a past. But I'm saying those things that he's done, a lot of people don't know that because I had never seen him doing anything for the community that's positive.
No, come on, right now.
I don't know. He's in Colorado. He's not in New York.
I don't know. I don't know where he at. I can't say he in Colorado, Queens.
Wherever he is, my point is, I don't see any changes in our community because of him. So I can't attest to that. What I'm saying is, I know what I know.
But at times, Big Meech has a bigger platform.
Yeah, he does.
So, and he's...
Why is that?
I don't care.
I know why, but why you think is that?
More money. And he did a longer time in prison. 50 Cent did a TV show about him.
Why did 50 do a TV show about him?
I mean, you got to ask 50 that question.
I know why. I'm just asking you, do you know why? Because if you know why, do you know why where the praises is coming from?
From what?
You also know it's going to always be street niggas, right?
Yes.
So people going to always glorify ignorance.
Correct.
Because that's a lane, that's an audience.
So why we don't glorify the teachers, the postal workers,
They do get glorified.
It's mindset.
No, they do.
No, how?
It's called honor. When they go and have ceremonies, they give them their rewards. That's their
what's
honor.
In the blue. They talking about him every day.
Because his audience is bigger.
Pastors, ministers,
because you know how many people he fed?
Huh?
You know how many people he fed? He fed a lot of people.
He's a fan of Big Meech.
No, I'm not a fan.
It seems like it.
He's a fan.
No,
he's a fan.
I'm explaining. You asking why, and I'm explaining why. He fed a lot of people.
Y'all both fans.
I'm not a fan.
No.
You a fan of Glaze? He's a fan of Meech.
No, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of
I'm not
Nobody.
How?
I'm just explaining.
Never once. This is my first time, only because you mentioned me even mentioning Glaze. This is my first time.
The only reason why I threw that out there is because that was one street guy I know of that did a lot.
But he was local.
Correct.
This nigga was damn near
a golf.
Worldwide, from Detroit down to Atlanta. Then he went out Midwest.
How many people died
but
during that
people always die in drug wars and all
so
that
why
shit.
is he glorified? Why did they put him on the
Because he fed people.
That's the only reason why.
Yes.
So people glorified him because he fed. Okay, what about the people he killed?
Okay.
Wait. This is what you got to keep in mind. You have to keep in mind that these people still had people aside from their dirt. They had people that loved them.
Same way people love Michael Jordan, right? Because he could play ball well on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they glorified him. Meech had the Lambos. His whole crew got different cover Lambos looking like Voltron out there in Miami. So,
how did he get that money?
Because
our blacks.
He had a connect. He took the bricks. He spreaded the wealth. He made people bosses. He fed people. So
at the same time, look what he was doing. At the same time, how he was doing that, Ken. He was killing out black people. That's what I'm saying.
They all are.
We
understand
the casualties of war and people that get caught up in the midst.
He started the war.
I understand this.
Listen, they're all guilty.
He fed the people where he fed himself and his people, and people love it. He went into music.
So what about the people that never heard of him? They don't know that. So why they glorify him?
They know him now.
They're just jumping on the bandwagon.
Because 50 gave him a platform and showed BMF. And show where they started from, and I said, "Oh, they fascinated with it."
So why
ain't just blacks, whites is fascinated with them?
So why they don't show positive blacks?
I just told you they did.
Because society has
six-figure women. They just showed that on Netflix. With
society has made it so.
They gave them their flowers.
Well, what's more important? What's more popular now, Big Meech or six-figure women?
Say that again.
What's more important? What?
It depends on the audience.
Who has the bigger audience?
No, but listen. Let's be honest here. That's why I said it also according to the mindset, because we're gonna take that show, Love and Hip Hop, for an example, right? Those women, they're all out of touch with reality women, and a lot of these women here today, I see on the social media, they all want to mimic these women. These women are trash. They running around.
I agree.
They're running around.
So what's the difference?
High-priced rainbow.
We fucked up.
But I'm saying society, everybody wants
people spending money ain't got to go get asses and titties.
Man,
dying on operating tables, chasing these bitches. So them bitches has killed a lot of people with their influence.
The videos and all that stupid nonsense.
You don't talk about their influence?
What you mean?
Same way Meech influenced niggas to go get drugs and shoot niggas. Them bitches up there on BET or wherever VH1
because these
influencing chicks they go get fucking BBLs and all that shit and dine on tables.
It's the gatekeepers. They control what we see and what we watch.
People go with the audience.
But we can't go in the audience because of the gatekeepers. If 50 Cent never did that, we would never know about Big Meech.
50 come from that life. So why wouldn't he show someone that did it to the fullest level?
50 come from what life?
The drug life. Hustling and shit. Being in the street.
Who hasn't? Was he a millionaire?
No. So he said, listen, I did it at a local level. This nigga did that almost at the international level. He gave him his flowers because he was in that field.
But why make him an icon?
Because he was in his field and he did it to the level he wished he could have did it to.
Ken, ask him what did he do? What did he do to get to that level?
Meech, you're talking about?
Yes. What did he do to get?
He Don King everybody. He walked over everybody to get to that level. That's what you want to hear?
People died.
Yeah.
Families ruined.
People die every day, B.
See? Told you he was crazy. So
McDonald's kill niggas every day. You niggas glorify McDonald's? Nigga just sent me a picture of my motherfucker text message showing nigga would die. His fucking half his foot is bruised because of diabetes.
So you can
that's not the same thing. That's a choice. Nobody.
Drug dealing is a choice. All this shit is a choice.
No, all of that is a choice. But I'm saying you can't compare somebody wanting to eat at McDonald's and selling drugs. There's
a nigga want to eat. A nigga want to eat sugar cane. Nigga want to smoke cocaine. It's all a cane. It's your choice.
Yeah, but come on, he should be glorified. That's just my opinion.
Who, Meech?
Yeah, he should be glorified.
To you, to the streets, he's a street god.
He should be glorified, and that's our mentality.
He's a street
you know what?
god.
I can't.
Same way people worship the devil.
Because I don't live for the creation. I live for the creator. So I would never glorify none of that.
God said don't idol worship nobody, right? Niggas got their idols. They'll be perished. That's their choice.
Those are their gods. When you idol something, that is your god.
Yeah, they're perished. But that's what they choose to do.
I don't agree. You
don't have to agree.
But that's the same, different than with Tuck's situation. He's home, and everybody's and I always wanted to sit here and say like, every time when they say R.I.P. to this person or whatever,
or free such and such when they in prison.
Like, are you kidding me? Like, do I need to pull out
their loved ones gonna say that?
No, it's not just their loved ones. It's people who don't know. They just want to be in the crowd. They just want to jump on. Like, come on.
Right now, if let's say I don't know you and I kill you, or vice versa, you kill me, then people in your neighborhood, free space guard, free dog, but I'm dead.
Let me just say
because they're one of their soldiers.
I'm glad you brought that up.
I never had to free somebody's shirt.
I'm glad you brought that up. Let me just say this, because I don't know how y'all feel about this Black Lives Matter thing. I'm not involved in that. I'm black, but everybody life matter. That's how I feel. And I was attacked for saying that.
I'm about to attack you.
Hold on, no, but listen. You got to understand the reason why I come from that, because I have experienced something by too many black people hurting us,
correct,
your own people. So I'm like, okay, I understand your life matter, but my life mattered. Correct. When you did what you did to me, did you consider that my life mattered? So what I'm saying is that when somebody kills a family member, right? We know who killed the person, but we remain silent. Is that right?
But Black Lives Matter.
Answer my question.
Black Lives Matter is not talking to me and you. You know that Black Lives Matter is not talking to me and you.
I know it's not talking to me and you. It's talking to them. But at the end of the day,
no murder is right. No killing is right.
My comment, my statement was
that. Says the person that killed everybody in the Gulf.
My statement was this: if somebody, one of your friends, your homeboys, you grew up with, whatever the case may be, you knew who took his life, but you don't come forward to the family. You see his mother every day. How you doing, Miss Joyce? Whatever the case may be. You know who did what they did to her son, but you're not speaking up. Is that okay? Because when the role reversed and it happened to
if you in the street, no. If you're a law-abiding citizen and you don't speak up, you should and you shouldn't. That's a choice.
But wait,
that's a choice.
A law-abiding citizen should snitch?
No.
That's not how is that snitching?
Law-abiding citizens is not considered.
Time out.
No. They quote
how
not
is that snitching?
Listen.
I'm just using it in terms of
look,
people understand.
Law-abiding citizens quote is not considered snitching. They're law-abiding citizens.
Correct. I agree.
When you in the street,
I agree.
When you're in the street and you doing street shit, your code is if something go down, you gotta keep it street.
Can you tell me where did this code come from? Can you show me this book?
Streets.
So who? That's what I'm saying. Well, so let me just say this. This was a question that I always wanted to ask a man, because I tell my son all the time, and people could say what they want about me, but friends, if my son was with someone and they both went into the situation knowing it's a probability that they're gonna get caught, then that's right, you shut up, you whatever. So if you get caught and he didn't, that's on you. Y'all knew whatever. Fine.
Agreed.
But if you didn't have nothing to do with the situation and he woke up on you knowing he just robbed the bank and he know you don't know, and you getting out your car and you just so happen to see him and he like, yo, what up? Drop me such and such, and then y'all get pulled over. Let me finish.
I'm telling.
My point. So when I made that statement, someone said to me, "Oh,
y'all went off the script."
No, we didn't go off the script.
Because you said if they cool and somebody get killed and the dude know he tell his mama, should he tell his mama?
Hold on, I was using that as an example.
But it's not equivalent to that, because if you put me in a car and I don't know nothing about nothing going on and we get pulled over, you just robbed a bank.
I was alluding to friendship. Let me complete my thought. I was alluding to friendship. So I said that to say that people grow up with people. Yo, that was my best friend, blah, 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 whatever the case may be. Somebody kills your best friend. You know who kills the best friend, but because it's the street code, you don't tell the mother.
Okay.
You looking at her every day in the face. You go to the funeral.
Let me ask you this.
Let me finish. Then you don't tell the mother, but it was your best friend. So you don't say nothing. And now his murderer is still out there potentially to do it to somebody else or even you. But you letting him get away with that murder because the code of the street. Do you think that's right?
Because if I was in the street and you kill my best friend, it's my duty to kill him.
Bingo. That's what I'm trying to get to.
No, it's not your duty to kill him.
If y'all both doing street shit, it is.
I'm of the streets.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna remove myself.
No,
I don't even know why I brought myself into that.
You asked, and we telling you.
That's crazy. I'm sorry.
The streets is crazy.
Yeah, I'm from the streets. So
how can we?
First of all, ding dong, Miss Joyce. I know who killed your son. I'm telling.
Because you a law.
Now you dead.
I'm a friend, and then that's
but
what
you
I'm
dead
doing.
now.
Oh well.
So you might as well went and took care of the business.
You're a law-abiding citizen.
I'm not taking care of no business. I let God deal with that. I'm not killing nobody for nobody. That's too much.
I'm talking the amount of street dudes.
You're talking about street dudes. That's the
now you go to jail, and now you putting your friend over your family, your mother, your kids. They more.
That's what he signed up for.
Your deceased friend is more important than your family. You must be out of here.
That's what he signed up for.
I'm glad I'm not a street person.
Okay. They've been doing licks, doing shit together, right?
So God forbid, your son, be honest, your son go kill somebody. You telling on him? You gonna take him to the precinct?
Of course not.
So it's okay for you to do something that's
no. It's listen. Hold on. That's what I was trying to say. I said friends. I didn't say my family. My family is different. I would tell my son to do the right thing. Turn yourself in, do the right thing. But I ain't turning my son in. That I'm not going to do.
Your son ain't turning himself in.
Well, then that's on him. God will deal with him, and God will deal with me. I'm not going to put my son. No, I'm not going to do that. But a friend. If my friend's mother comes to me and say, I'm not going to just volunteer. But if she comes to me and asks me, then I'm going to tell her the truth.
So let me see if I get this right. You want somebody should tell someone that they know who killed their son.
If asked, yes, I think you should.
If you should. But if your son did it and they ask you,
I don't know. I can't. You know what? I really don't know what I would say at the moment. Right now.
Isn't that contradicting yourself in a little sense?
It's not really contradicting myself because it's
going to always be different because it's your loved one.
It's different.
It's always going. You're never going to get the answer you're looking for because it's their loved one.
Listen. I'm not giving up my son.
And he not.
I will tell him
telling.
to do it.
And the street nigga feel he not telling. He gonna handle it.
No. I wouldn't do that as well. I'm not giving up my son.
I'm not giving up my son.
No, I ain't gonna say. Let me say this. I'm about to say that.
Depending on the relationship.
Yeah.
You got some parents who can't wait for that nigga to go to jail. They be like, she can't wait for somebody.
No, somebody just did the shit. Little dude stole the car. Y'all remember that shit? Little dude stole the car. The mom and father turned him in for stealing the car, and he wound up getting killed in jail. And an adolescent joint. And they felt good. They thought they was teaching him a lesson, and he dead now.
Things happen.
I only brought that up because that Tupac thing. I know.
What Tupac thing?
In Juice, remember why they was all friends, and you see how he was all hugging the mother, knowing he was the one who did that.
That's the streets.
That's why I just found that so foul. Like
you can't sign up for street shit. They want to jump back on the sidewalk.
Yeah, nah.
You can't do it.
Nah, but at least have some stay away. Like you went to the funeral, you over there hugging the mother, talking about, I don't know who did this or whatever.
I just think as a people, we fucked up.
We do a
lot of fucked up shit.
We do.
First of all, if nobody's raising the kids in the streets, raising the kids, they already lost.
I'm not even talking about those people. I'm talking about these grown.
That's why you have to.
I'm talking about the grown folks who. I'm talking about these grown folks who even heard of Big Meech. All these grown folks that never really. They glorify the wrong people. We glorify the wrong people.
They like what they seen on the camera.
Topic. I can't have no conversation about that Meech thing. I'm not having no conversation.
All right. We can
I just told you, Meech.
The same way you don't want to touch on personal whatever.
Okay, let me ask this.
I don't talk. Because I don't talk
about
nobody.
You watch Scarface?
Yes, yes, correct.
So why a whole bunch of niggas glorify an actor on screen?
Because they like the way his style. They like the way he was giving it up.
He actually did it in real life. So you think they're not going to glorify his shit?
Nah, I get it.
Think about it.
We messy. Black folks, we get a little messy.
And then
glorify the wrong thing.
He did 20 years.
I didn't want to really say, but
then he did 20 years.
No, we are ignorant.
Or something like that, right? They trying to put stain on his name saying he said, I ain't seen no paperwork, so until then, I don't know. But
I think we need, I was talking to somebody earlier. I think black people, we need black leaders. We need to be led. You disagree?
But who's going to lead us?
I don't know. Maybe
Jesse Jackson.
I think we need leaders. We
have to create leadership, but we have to become.
Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King.
We had leaders. We had leaders. And what? No.
That's what they know.
We had leaders, and what happened?
They got assassinated.
Fred Hammond and all them.
They
We
got
had leaders.
assassinated.
By who?
But guess what?
No. Who they got assassinated by?
Are you gonna say about another black person?
Exactly. They took the fucking buyout.
Hello, hi, and good
Black
night.
Panthers.
And I was going to
They took the fucking buyout.
Let me add on to this.
Your own people took you out for the
For
money.
them to be leaders,
Come on.
how well could they have led if it stopped with them? Nobody continued.
We need leaders.
Nobody followed.
Yo.
This is why religion came into play. And guess what? That's not even working anymore. Look at all these people killing. These young boys done stole the damn train. Whose mother, who parents,
Because
who raised these
in
kids?
the black community, we don't have leaders. No one's stepping up and saying, like, let's say Big Meech.
Why would you?
I'm talking about leaders like that.
Why would I
He's not
step up and lead
No,
something and I know a nigga gonna snipe me down?
And with his platform, his
The
magnitude.
ignorant will look at him as somebody who has some, their own. They're not a follower, and they have their own mind, and they're, you know what I'm saying, and they're not ignorant. They would look at him like, why would I want to be like that? If you had common sense, good common sense, you would look at him and say, one, he's street. All that money and whatever was going on in his life, whatever the case may be, why was his life the way it was, and his family, whatever. So it's like, all of that stuff that we see is not all that in the first place. You understand what I'm saying? So
Okay, I get it. But so,
these young kids, because it also stems from the household. Like, the parents, they're not in the air enough. They're not exposing their young sons and putting them into like karate, Krav Maga, good things that they need to learn. You know what I'm saying? Or football, whatever's going on. They too busy trying to get them the latest materialistic outfit or whatever to prove to who that they got a little money and looking, ghetto fabulous.
when you said the sons, I always thought the females was more important and dominant and instructed in a household.
It's but so much a woman can really teach. Like, I'm going to use my son for an example. CJ was potty trained by 18 months because you know why? His father was in his life. He watched that man go to the bathroom and he said, I want to do that too. He took off his pamper and he looked, and kids are impressionable, they're sponges. And he followed. And every second, mommy, I gotta pee. He wanted to go to the bathroom because he saw his father. His father was there present and helping.
How many situations?
I couldn't have taught him how to do that.
Because
That's the key. That's the key, right?
In the streets.
But how many is that going on?
Because let me tell you, because in the streets, a guy or male might not do certain things because he want to be looked at a certain way in the street. You probably wouldn't. Let's say me and was fighting. I'm your brother. You would say, nah, don't fight him. I would go upstairs. If you was my brother, you would want me to fight him because you would want me to say, you know what? I don't want people to look at you as a sucker. So you would indulge me. You would engage me to fight him. But my sister, you wouldn't. You disagree? A sister don't care about what people think about her. When I was growing up, my sister didn't care about what she was worried about her family members, not what people thought about her.
Yeah, I don't care about that either. But
Because they already born as protectors.
So they're not of the streets.
right,
So
but
your
you can
sister-
also teach your kids, sons or whatever the case may be, that just because you fought or whatever doesn't mean or don't want to fight doesn't mean that you're a punk. I don't look at that as no punk.
Yeah, other than that, what's going on? Though? What are we talking about next? Other than that,
I want to talk about.
Oh, he want to talk about that Pakistani situation with that crazy woman.
Stop catfishing people, please. That's nasty work, yo. Stop catfishing people.
Yo, I don't see nothing wrong. If
That
you
bitch
expose-
is crazy.
I don't see nothing wrong if you expose people's stupidity. I don't see nothing wrong if you expose somebody's stupidity. That's on him. I don't blame her.
On who?
You know
She allowed
what?
it.
And I'm trying to understand how
allowed
can you
it. Well,
wait.
Let me tell the story so people don't know what we're talking
Yes, because how can you catfish someone?
If
Tell the story so people
I'm
don't
not
know.
the
Who never heard.
representative.
No, tell people the story because who didn't hear
Oh.
it.
How you shut that down?
The
video.
lady goes all the way to Pakistan off of meeting somebody online, a 19-year-old boy online, and get to Pakistan. The parents see who she really is. They hid their son, got him out of there, and now she's stuck in Pakistan trying to make requests and orders. It's just crazy.
First,
Get it,
excuse
but
me.
what's wrong? The thing is,
If I got a chick presenting herself and he thinking, damn, I can't wait to get that, and when I get there,
So who fuck is that?
Wait, hold up.
The bitch that they showed herself there.
This is the part that I'm not understanding. One, how that would have just eliminated all that extra stupidness is one video phone call. Like how?
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. If you get in a video, right? Say for instance, you on a video for your homegirl. Your homegirl look like doo-doo, but you representing her.
No, because your homegirl don't look like me, so I can't catfish you.
You can. Until she get there, he thinking you coming.
Okay,
That's
so
two people.
wait,
That's
hold on. So then there's two people.
That's catfish.
Oh,
No,
listen.
If I'm showing you something that's not.
No. Sometimes people catfish you. You talking to them and they go, oh my webcam don't work. Oh no, my.
That's
my
one
phone.
form of catfish. There's several ways
Okay,
of catfish.
so wait. So let me just get this straight. So let me have an understanding. So her friend or someone else was posing.
Yes,
or
that's
whatever.
a form of catfish.
So that's, I don't know if that's.
You misrepresented as a form of that's catfish. then.
Okay, so the friend the whole time, and he was videoing the friend.
Think he about to get some prime rib, and they come with.
But it still
with
doesn't
some
make
bullshit.
sense because now when she gets there, hello.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why that ass is stuck in Pakistan.
Was that the case in that?
So how did they get to hide him before she got there? That don't make
That's
sense.
the only way it can happen.
No, it's not. People get catfish all the time. I seen somebody catfish.
What's that girl Keisha? Remember on the social media when she's the Wala Keisha, the big girl with the cupcake?
No. But there's so many forms of catfish. I seen that.
All right, you on somebody videoing.
Yo, I seen somebody catfish their best friend and told the best friend she pretend she was a guy.
We gonna use your scenario.
Yes, one of her friends, so one of her female friends, went on social media, made a fake page as a guy, and started dating. And if the person fell in love with her, their best friend dressed up as a guy and went out with their best friend and fooled around.
Oh no,
She dressed like a dude.
What?
To both her friends. She did that to two people.
But how did the girl not realize that that's not a woman?
Because she put on, I don't know, they got away with it.
You got extreme. You putting on.
Okay, that's just one form of catfish.
Tom, it happens.
The homegirl must have been an idiot. There's no way. There's no way.
Both her best friends, she made two different identities and dated both her best friends.
I'm not gonna say and believe this.
Let me find out what the
this
term
fat
catfish
face
means,
bitch
'cause I
got
don't
on
know.
camera and he thought that was what she is and to get there and want it. She had somebody
How is that his fault?
A catfish is being misrepresented.
That can't be true. How's that his fault?
What? He thinking he getting something else and it ain't there. It ain't what he thought he getting.
So how is it his fault?
No, it's not his fault.
No, I'm sorry.
He was deceived. Oh.
That is his fault. That is his fault. Why are you doing all that? So you're trying to tell me he was talking to a female, and the same female didn't come down here?
No.
Huh?
No.
Or is a possibility he never seen her?
You're not gonna play music. I mean, behind door number one shit. Why would I go with blindness? I'm not. Nobody got time to play with that.
People do that all the time on Facebook.
Not in no fucking Pakistan. You 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 miles away. Nobody doing that.
You assuming he's seen her?
I'm assuming he's seen somebody. It wasn't her.
See, that's on an assumption. You assume it.
It wasn't her. Obviously.
How you know?
Because the way it's going now, it wasn't her.
Your people catfish you all the time. They inbox you because they inbox
what he thought he saw wasn't what put up to his door.
If you follow somebody on social media and you see their picture and they posting videos, and once they inbox you, you assume this is the person you're talking to. Don't you agree? People make fake pages all the time.
First of all, stay the fuck offline.
It says catfishing is what people catfish: insecurity, concealing their identity, mental illness, revenge, experimenting with
and she got all of those
to harass their targets.
She has all of them.
So
she has every last one of them. Out of all the topics she read, she has it all.
When someone creates a fake online identity to trick people into believing they are friends or romantically involved.
So
a catfish.
So you have to do your homework.
They use stolen photos, identity, personal information to create a new identity. So I get what he's saying. What he's basically saying is he should have done his research because
you have to.
Especially
you know it's catfishing out here.
If the person's friend,
how you know he didn't see some type of video of her?
Because she down there talking about I need $2,000 and some land.
When she got there, now he's like, I'm not dealing with that.
My question is, they had to know something before she got there in order to hide him.
Yeah, the mother looked through the peephole and it's like, oh, that
so
ain't
how, they hid them when? They hid her in real time, like in the house.
They live in Pakistan. It got fucking underground railroads and tunnels and shit in they joint.
But why hide them if that's not who Why?
Because he don't want to deal with that.
So
Because
then
that
just
ain't what he
tell her,
said.
listen, you are not who you said you are. I don't know.
No, bitch, you came over out here, figure it out.
That's
I would have done the
coward
same
shit.
shit. No, it ain't.
I ain't hiding my child.
I'm burning
I'ma check you at the door. First of all, you are
I
not
ain't
who you said you
entertaining.
are.
First of all, you're cuckoo enough to come way out here to this. I really don't want to be bothered with you.
Because he had to know she was coming.
No, they agreed. They made agreement to come. She made agreement to come see him.
So listen.
But it wasn't.
You're
What is
speaking on
this?
assumption.
No, it's catfish.
No.
That's what catfish is.
But you
He
speaking
gave
on-
a false. She gave a false identity.
Right, but you don't know what happened. I'm just saying what an assumption is we don't know if they video each other. We don't know that part. But we know that she
Okay,
catfished him.
scratch that out. You still showed some fake picture or whatever.
Then I'm assuming he did not do his due diligence. He did not, because it's catfishing. He's still not, even though he's 19.
You know what? When you meet somebody
if
online,
I'm in Pakistan, you think I really give a fuck if you once you ain't who you are? I'm in Pakistan. You come to see me. You's the asshole. Who's the front of dummy? She's the dummy.
that's why we don't understand why they hit him. It doesn't make sense.
I don't even want to talk to you. I'm with him. I don't want to talk to
thing
the
is,
bitch.
what-
19, but that's a different
I
thing.
don't even.
I'm the mother.
I'm
I
not
speak for my
even
child.
into- no.
Bitch, you are not who you. First of
No.
all, get off of my property.
Even my mother wanted to confront her.
I don't know.
I don't want to talk to the bitch. Let her stay out there and cry about getting land and
They play
$3,000 a day.
and rats.
I don't want to talk to you. Why would I want to talk to you? You lied.
I think
I'm with Shorty.
I'm
Now I
And
wanna
their
talk to
family
you.
was a coward because it's why hide your son? Check her at the door. Check her and let her know
Let that crazy
whatever
bitch
the case may
stay
be.
right where she at. Asking for land and money and all that shit. I ain't
What was
got
she
time.
asking for the land?
They want her to get the fuck out the country. She said she ain't leaving until she get $3,000.
But where is she staying?
$2,000 a week and some land.
But where is she staying? She's there on the passport, so her time is going to be up. I mean, that's just asinine if you ask me.
again, I still think that's him not doing the due diligence. If I don't have the full story, from what I know, he didn't do the
Catfish. That's what catfish is. False identity. Rather he got a video of her or not, but somebody she misled him.
Can you be catfished?
No,
Why not?
because I don't be online trying to date online. So
Nah, just in general.
no, you can't.
Anybody you know can be catfished? So your kids can be. You think that's super enough to be catfished?
I know my
I
nephew
can't-
catfished all the time.
I can't speak for them.
I wanna-
Don't even speak for me. I can't speak for them.
Let's suppose your nephew. Your nephew, how old is he?
Everybody brain is different.
He's actually my
How old is he?
niece
I wanna
uncle.
know- I want to know how old is he?
He just turned 50 yesterday.
He can't be 50 getting catfished. It's impossible.
Let me explain.
Is he slow? Is he retarded?
Let me go into that.
Okay.
He's autistic.
Oh, then.
But he's high functioning. So they see this. And they always tell him to send. One time, me and my sister, we was driving by. We saw him at a check cashing place over there on Euclid and what's that, Fountain? Do they run together?
Euclid.
It's Fountain Avenue. That one right there in the corner.
right here.
All right. So we see him and a bunch of women.
No. Euclid found on Parallel.
So that's Fountain Avenue. When you across the street from the
Little Boulevard.
Linden Boulevard, because Cypress is right there across
Yeah.
the street. Oh, whatever. Damn, Fountain Avenue. That's Fountain.
Fountain. Linden Boulevard, Southern.
Okay, Fountain and Linden. Okay, so I see him in the check cashing place. I said, My sister pulled over. I jump out and go inside the check cashing place. I dragged him. I said, come on, Kwame, let's go. I said, y'all motherfuckers ain't getting no money from him. And I put him in a car with us, and we took him to where he was going.
He about to wire somebody some money?
No, they was with him for him to cash his check because they know that he's,
Gullible.
right. So I have to protect him. Then it was another time.
Nah, but that's a different
He was
scenario
paying-
because he can't help it mentally.
This is why I brought that up. The difference with the guy in Pakistan. He was fully aware. But what I'm saying is, I tell him all the time, these people got fake profiles. These are men from Africa mainly, lying, using these women's pictures. And when they start saying, I need money to get a passport to come to the U.S., I really want to be with you, I want to see you, but I need you to buy me, those cards or whatever. I don't know why they asking for those cards, because I'm not a scammer.
A weak mind can be manipulated.
Right, so that is, I'm saying this to say I can understand why he gets
no.
catfish. But dude, I don't understand how he got it.
It's just like them dudes I just see online, right? 40-year-old nigga chasing the 12-year-old. You going to the 12-year-old, then you get there, you get locked up. You really believe this 12-year-old want to play with you? And you want to
Yes.
play with a fucking
Yes.
a minor?
Yes. But you look at me like they would have
That's sickening. You're sick.
No, you looking like it happened to
You're
me,
fucking
though.
sick. Come on.
No, she looking
That's
at
a
me like,
sickness.
you about to
No,
dump me something?
I looked at you because
That's a
you
weak-
really think that the 12-year-old really thought that they was coming there to have
That's
sex?
why they get caught, because they thinking this was going to
That's what I'm saying. It's a weak mind. You sitting there going for some shit. Yeah, I want to get a lollipop from you.
catfish.
You know what I'm saying? And you go
They
chase
was
this nigga.
catfish.
Come on.
No. Listen,
It is a catfish. It's definitely a catfish.
They got catfish.
They did.
What-
But it's illegal.
My
You
grandmother.
going to jail
It's only-
on your
it's
tick.
only illegal.
Because his intent is going after the
It's
12-year-old.
only illegal
I
once
was,
they go
I,
in.
listen, that,
Yeah, yeah,
listen,
once
I
they go
was
in the crib.
13. That happened to me, something like that.
You was catfish?
No, my grandmother, I used to go to my grandmother's house on the weekends. Now, mind you, I got pigtails in my hair. And the Jamaican guy that lives in the house next to us, he's always be looking at me. But you know, I'm young. I'm not noticing. I don't know what those looks are supposed to say because innocence, you're not whatever. But I just noticed he's always looking at me. So this one particular day, I'm on the stoop in the front of the house, and he's smoking marijuana in something, whatever he used. Anyway, he says to me, come join me, you know, his accent, come join me and whatever. So he thought I was gonna go in the back, through the house, through the backyard to go smoke with him. I went inside and told my grandmother. And my grandmother called my father and all my uncles and everybody came and they beat him so bad.
Oh, I thought the story was going to end with sex.
No, but what I'm trying to say is he thought that I was going to do what he said. So that's what I said.
Oh, I thought I was looking at old.
But I knew that he was a grown man, too old,
nigga
to
is
talk to this
crazy, yo.
13-year-old and offer me some smoke with him. So he thought that, because I went in the house, I didn't respond to him. He thought that, oh, yeah, she's coming. She's going to whatever. And you see, I went and reported him. I told my grandmother. My grandma said, "Are you out your damn
Let me
mind?"
ask you a question. Since you brought this up, I'm gonna touch that. I'm a fan of R. Kelly. I don't think he did anything wrong.
Oh.
Now you quiet. You ain't never seen you quiet. they had sex with somebody about you knew?
Wait.
I
saw that. Listen.
You think he's guilty?
No.
Listen.
So you think?
We had this discussion before.
Listen. R.
On one of
Kelly,
the shows. I told you.
I saw that. I saw the video.
Do you think
of
he's
him.
guilty? Do you think he's guilty?
I think he's guilty, but I think the parents are more at fault than him. I think that that couldn't have been possible without the parents' permission.
Nah, not sometimes. Not some of them. He's buying them sneakers and going up to the school in a car.
I don't care. It's your responsibility as a parent to make sure you know.
Nah, some of these chicks is fast. These little 13-year-olds is fast. They fat. They hot. I don't think some of them don't blame the parents.
Listen. I was 15 years old and I went to you know how Cyprus we used to have the jams or whatever, and it was my mother put an APB out on me. So it's your responsibility, and it was what after 11
All
o'clock.
them charges he got is bullshit charges. Now,
Nah, I disagree.
only charge I say he guilty of is the underage ones.
Which one is that?
Whatever he try to say, if he had underage.
Urinating on that girl.
I don't see nothing wrong with
If
that.
they got
you got to pee. You got to
No,
pee.
no. If you got an underage girl, the underage girl,
That.
my thing is,
I think that is just disgusting.
a grown
I don't
woman,
want to talk about that. Let's get
a
off that
grown woman, a
topic,
grown
please.
man. I don't see the peeing as a problem.
That means
Right?
he peed on somebody.
I don't see the peeing as a problem.
That means he peed
That's
on
because
somebody.
you know why? Because you just nasty. You okay with all of that? We can't ask somebody who like the gooch played with
Oh, that's the word.
the gooch.
So no one could.
No, that's what you
never
call
got
it.
You never got peed on.
No, and don't direct any sexual questions to me. But no, I would never get peed on. Ain't nobody doing no facials, none of that crap to me, unless it's at a salon. You know. No.
I don't see nothing in peed wrong in peed on. I never peed on nobody.
That's disgusting.
I
So
don't
a
think
woman
it's
can pee
disgusting.
on you. You be all right with that?
Nah, I'm definitely nobody's peeing on me.
Okay, so why you sitting here co-signing that it was okay for R. Kelly to pee on that girl?
Because I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I'm not peeing. Listen, I'm not peeing on nobody for one, and nobody's peeing on me.
Okay.
We fighting after that.
Now we getting somewhere.
Don't even spit
Now
on
why
me.
you saying that? Wait, what's wrong with being peed on?
Nothing.
Because I deem it disgusting. I
Okay,
deem
why isn't it disgusting that R. Kelly with this girl? Why wasn't it disgusting
Because that's
then?
my preference. I don't want to get peed on. Go ahead, get peed on, girl. Get peed on. Get peed on.
So you do agree that it's nasty? It's disgusting.
me.
So
I think drinking behind someone is nasty.
I agree.
I don't do that.
Me either.
But go ahead, knock yourself out.
I ain't drinking after nobody else's saliva.
I believe smoking blunt behind niggas nasty.
All of that is
agree.
nasty.
So
All that
that's-
exchange.
That's because
You exchanging other people's bacteria shit. that's
Everybody got their
going
preference
on.
of what they doing.
So nah, you're not peeing on me. You're not peeing on
But
me.
let me ask you this question while we're there, because I always wanted to know. needed the answer to this question.
How dare you tell me don't ask you no question? You asked me what I sucked dick last episode. What you gonna tell me? What you gonna tell? What you gonna tell me? Don't that get peed on? That's nothing. That's nothing compared to me sucking dick.
Yo.
That's nothing though. She got some nerve though. But go ahead.
Wait.
You got some nerve though.
But this is what.
But now you have some nerve though. Just say, don't ask me to get peed on. But you asked me, do I suck dick? I thought about that. How dare she say some shit?
No, I didn't.
Subscribe.
No, but you just said, don't ask me, do I get peed on?
Okay.
But you can ask me, what I suck dick? This is crazy. But go with
All right, wait.
She actually asked you what you get fellatio.
This is a conundrum to me.
No, but go with what you about to say anyway. I just thought you had a lot of nerve.
A man will put, like he'll put a condom on his penis or whatever when he's about to have sex, but he don't put it on his mouth. He's not using the dental dam when he's going down. So why is it that he's protecting his penis, but does he not realize that when he goes down on her and when she goes down on him, whatever he's trying to prevent, it still can happen?
I nigga ain't putting no condom on his tongue.
No, they have it though.
Listen, what I'm saying is, they are dental dams. But what I'm saying is, you put a condom on.
What?
Dams, they call them dental dams.
You know a lot about that, don't you?
Yeah, because I would prefer that. Anyways.
Okay, it's not pee.
No nasty.
So go with your question.
What I'm saying is, it just cracks me up that a man he's protecting his penis, but he's not protecting his.
It's not always protection. That's why. Sometimes people just put condoms on because they don't want to get her pregnant. He don't give a fuck about nothing else.
I agree.
Okay, but the condom can also break.
That's the roll of the dice of the risk he's willing to take. But he's not thinking about what's inside the coop that might get him sick. He worried about not nutting and making a baby.
I agree with him 100%.
That's what a lot of times the condoms for.
A few times I did that. I didn't give a fuck what this bitch got.
So going down after they use going down to eat it before they put the condom on or hit it. They was never even thinking about like, damn, this bitch could have brought me in my mouth.
I've had male friends and they're like, what? I strapped up. And I'm saying to myself, you went down on her? He's like, yeah. So I'm like, did you use a condom when you was licking her?
The odds of catching AIDS, let's talk about disease. The odds of catching AIDS is high when you go down. Very high. She gotta have so much shit out. It's so much.
And you gotta have a sore on your lip and all that shit.
No, you don't have to have no outbreaks to catch nothing. That is not true.
No, it is true. You have certain.
No, you don't.
Well, how's the?
Listen, you talking to somebody who's been doing OSHA for years, working in a nursing home. You do not have to. Matter of fact, you can take a blood test right now, and it will tell you if you was exposed.
What do you mean exposed?
To herpes, HIV. You don't have to have it, but there was some exposure. You could go and test your blood right now, and it will show you that.
Why are you pointing at me though? You
can go take a test.
You the one said you want.
No, because people. That's the miseducation that people have. You do not have to have an outbreak. What is inside of you may not be inside of me, but it could be something else that if you and I had intercourse, you can bring it out. So you don't have to have no outbreak to transmit anything. That is not true.
So you're trying to tell me somebody can go down. So, but he's not catching AIDS though. I'm saying him catching it. Now, I figured about what he's exposed to. I'm talking about catching it in itself. After he go down, he gets up with AIDS.
No, it doesn't happen like that.
But you get some dudes that get burnt in the mouth.
I think I live with that. I think I can live with that.
Live with what?
Burnt in the mouth.
Man, listen, I might be in jail.
What you mean burned in the mouth? Like
that's where you go to jail for that one.
How many times you never know? How many times you had a sore throat? That could have been from you going down on some woman.
Or the ass you ate.
Right? Well, that booty you be eating.
Yeah. So it could have been. No.
I don't record none of that. No sore throats after a session. No.
It doesn't happen right away.
If you burn in the mouth, if somebody burn your mouth, you gonna know right away.
How you gonna know?
Your motherfucking tongue is purple. That's how you gonna know.
Well,
you must have had this situation.
No, I did not.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing.
No,
you talking like an expert over there.
I didn't have a situation. I know some people that had situations. I ain't had a situation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Listen, well, anything we gonna talk before we go.
Oh, we gotta talk about these fucking sucker ass niggas that don't want to take care of their kids unless they getting something.
Ooh, child.
Y'all niggas straight fucking suckers. Take care of your fucking kids. She don't need to give you no pussy to take care of your kids.
I agree.
Sucker.
I agree.
I ain't gonna lie. I kind of disagree.
What?
To a point. I'm not gonna lie. To a point.
You need pussy to take care of your kid? Because she stopped giving you nothing, now you don't want to do nothing for the kid?
No. What I'm saying.
Come on now.
No, hold on.
That's
a fucking sucker.
No. I disagree. I'm all for taking care of your kids. I think you should.
Well, sex don't have nothing to do with the children.
What I'm saying is, if you meet a guy and he tell you from the jump, I don't want no kids. And your dumb ass, he told you, he not taking the 3 he got. And your dumb ass get pregnant and you decide to keep it, it's on you at that point.
No, it's not, because he should have never got, if he didn't want no more kids, he shouldn't have got hooked.
Wait up, Kimmy. You just said this nigga's supposed to do his research in Pakistan to make sure you know, but you gonna go raw dog in the chick, how you gonna get pregnant?
Yeah, make it make sense, because it doesn't.
He's supposed to wear a fucking condom.
Okay, I'm gonna say it again.
You said no kids. You don't want no kids. Why you going in raw?
Let's say
why you even fucking then?
If I meet you, and I tell you, Cam, I ain't want no kids. Right?
We'll go get snipped, nigga.
I got 3 lines.
We'll go get snipped.
I'm talking about niggas. 5 niggas out there is 5, by the way.
Go get snipped if you want no kids.
You slinging his dick. I don't want no kids. And you allow me to have unprotected sex with you.
You still can't put that on me. It is your responsibility to protect.
Our responsibility.
Hold on. I don't know when you about to bust. So you gotta pull yourself back.
But you just said, you're not doing your due diligence. It's our responsibility.
Wait. Who said I'm not doing my due diligence? I might be protected. You still lack the protection.
But that shit is bullshit too, though.
You can't depend on a woman to protect you.
Hold on, it's all.
When you get pregnant, you not at fault. It's all on me.
Hold on. I said I'm at fault if I'm not protecting myself. But if I'm on the pill or whatever it is that I'm doing to protect myself, whether it's a shot or whatever, but you decide to still go raw, it's always a possibility.
Let me see if I got this right. Let me see if it's right. You know I don't want no kids.
No, you know you don't want no kids.
I told you on a date.
Right, so then guess what? Then you should always have it on plastic.
No, I get that part.
Okay.
But once you allow me to go in, if a female allowed that man to go inside her with no protection, with none, and you know I'm a deadbeat because I got 3 that I'm not taking care of. I've been dating you for 6 months and you ain't never gonna see my kids.
You still blaming her. Blame yourself.
No. I'm blaming both of us. But she had to take some responsibility of that blame. I'm out.
But hold on. I just said I'm protected.
Then you're your own.
So you decide you want, okay, she's protected, I'm gonna go raw. No, you still should stay protected.
Correct.
Okay, so then
but I'm a proud dude.
Let me say something.
Then you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
No, you won that stupid prize.
Even as
you won that How you won that stupid prize? You on your own.
Guess what? Because I wasn't the one who said I didn't want no more kids, so it's on you, boo.
How?
You said you didn't want no more kids.
Correct.
And I was okay with that. Correct. I was also okay if I did get pregnant.
Okay.
So you winning me raw. Oh well.
Don't expect shit from me.
Child support, here we go.
I get it, but I'm saying though.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. You got to do your due diligence.
Hello.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, let me ask you this. How about she did protect herself, right? And make sure you respond. You put the rubber on. You got sucker niggas that be hitting it and then pull the condom off and then still hitting it.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about shit. I'm talking about raw.
Talking about it pops.
No,
but I'm not talking about that from shit difference. I'm talking about I want to be you raw.
Going without a condom.
I don't want no kids. You allow me.
Obviously, you want kids.
No. I just
want that means
I want to fill you bed in.
I ain't gonna lie. She is that for. She had fought too for that.
You want
nigga, you gotta wrap it up.
I'm not the one with the problem.
You gotta wrap it up, nigga. You gotta wrap it up.
You gotta always wrap it up.
No, the chicks was to make him wrap it up.
Hold on, time out. You're not gonna depend on me to protect you from not having kids.
No. You know. I depend on
That's
you.
what you just said.
I'm pretending. I
gotta tell him he gotta wrap it up. No, he gotta wrap it up on his own. I'm not telling him nothing because I don't give a flim flam.
No. I want you to protect. I want you to protect.
I said I was protected.
From me.
I said I was protected.
From me being a deadbeat.
She's speaking of her mindset. I don't care what happened.
But guess what? There's women out there who's not kidding. They want babies for themselves.
Her mindset said I don't care what happened.
You fucked up when you depended on me to help you to not get me pregnant.
No. You don't understand what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying, you gotta protect yourself from deadbeats like.
She just told you.
And I just said,
for the mindset.
Some women don't care if they're deadbeats. They just want kids for themselves.
That's what she's speaking for mindset.
Go ahead.
But you the one said you don't want no kids.
That's
don't
not the problem.
Your ass is on child support.
No, y'all get off the topic. Fuck that. Okay, say for that took place, right? Now you only want to come take care of the kid if she continue to fuck you. But when she start fucking you, now you want to take care of the kid. That's the niggas I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, that sucker shit right there.
I'm getting mad because she don't give you no more pussy. Take care of your kids, man.
That's it. Take care of your kids.
Leave your comments at the bottom to let us know what you think. And please subscribe.
I think it must be hitting home.
Who? Me?
Your father did that to you?
No, hell no. I know people that's going through shit like that. No.
Use a nut.
No.
No,
because it's sucking. No, because it's sucking shit. I know people that's going through it. I know people that's going through that shit.
Women?
Yeah, like yo, niggas a fucking sucker.
Huh?
Niggas are suckers.
Okay, listen. Before we leave, anything you have to say before we leave? You want to get some off your chest?
How's the book going?
It's nice.
That means he read within the last
No,
week.
I know. I'm on chapter 4. No, I'm chapter 4.
You was at chapter 3 2
I'm
weeks
on
ago.
chapter 4 now.
Well, day-to-day life, you know.
But you learn how to read at the same time?
Yes.
What the fuck? How long it take you to get a book for like 2 weeks now? A month?
Because I got two books.
It's only 17 pages.
No, I have 2 books I'm reading.
It ain't no 17. That's over 300 pages.
I have 2 books I'm reading.
That book was 300 and change.
I got 2. First of all, I got 2 books I'm reading. So that's why.
Yeah, you had that book for a year. Get your shit together.
What book for you?
Together.
I got the book last
Blood
week.
Sagas.
Nah.
Get your shit
I got a book
together.
2 weeks ago.
You was on chapter 3.
Go cop The Blood Sagas by Avery Brown.
Avery Brown wants some money to promote your shit.
Amazon.
Oh,
I want a free fucking
Shout out to
book.
my man JG. He got a book too called Horror Up in Harlem.
Horror Up in Harlem?
Yeah, I want a free book from both of y'all motherfuckers.
No, my bad. Harlem Horror Stories. My bad. Sorry.
Harlem Horror Stories?
Yeah.
What's his name? Is he up?
My name Johnny Graham. Harlem Horror Stories.
Johnny Grahams?
Yeah, go to
Why
HarlemHorrorStories.com.
That's not his government name, right? Grams? Was he
Johnny
sold drugs?
Graham. No, that's his name.
Oh, no, it said Grams, Grams, like he sold grams, like was a drug dealer.
I ain't gonna say he sold grams, but Johnny Graham is his name.
All right. What about you?
You always start some shit.
No, I want to know.
Always
I don't promote because I don't promote negativity.
HarlemHorrorStories.com.
Well, I have something to say too before we go. Ladies, please stop with the goddamn filters. Because when you leave your house, you can't take them shits with you. That's what I'm saying. Be yourself, because no matter where you go,
that's
you are.
Catfish.
And tell these bitches, tell these bitches stop wearing that. Stop the baby hairs. You know what I'm saying?
The eyebrows that drop down.
Yeah. Stop the baby hairs.
And the
you're about to die.
fans. She's a fan.
I'll deal with the baby hairs and them helmets.
Helmet.
Them fucking wig helmets. Look like the Philadelphia Eagles helmet in the Super Bowl.
Which one?
Stick to the baby hairs. Just don't do the helmet.
No. So you must like baby hairs.
I'll take the baby hairs.
He said not the helmet.
I don't like none of that.
Look, fan, you a fan.
If I went to school with you, you don't have. If I went to school with you, you should not be having baby hairs, Cam.
That's not baby hairs. I don't know what the hell that shit is. That's not a baby. That's not baby.
That's a design.
Would you wear that?
No.
Exactly.
It's a design.
But that's not.
That ain't no damn baby. I don't know what that is.
At what age should you start having baby hair?
2.
So if you're 52, why you got baby hair?
That's what you call it. It might be a design.
That's some stuff that
they need to stop.
Yeah, they need to stop.
You don't like it?
I don't.
You're not a baby.
You like wigs?
No.
He quiet. Yes, he do.
No. I have nothing against wig. I got nothing against.
But wait.
I think like helmets.
That's hair with that's a hat with hair.
That's
wig.
a helmet.
No. I have nothing against wigs. No.
I have all.
But you got something against baby hair. At least it's their hair.
He doesn't. That's not. What are you talking?
That's not their
boy,
hair.
Bye. Listen, hold on. Let's
They wet it down, whatever this
No.
shit. So what is it then?
What planet you come from?
A wet helmet. How the fuck am I know?
Listen.
A wet
The filters. Everybody on social media does not look the way they look. I'm tired. You can't take them with you when you leave your house and when you wake up. Stop it. I can't stand it.
And would you wear and stop wearing that before we go? Stop wearing those bonnets.
Oh yes, please, with the bonnets. Going outside with the bonnets.
Stop.
Like
Shit, y'all might as well stop wearing the girdles too. Let us gut hang. What the fuck?
I agree. Be on the best of yourself.
So people, bitches, come outside butt naked.
Get rid of the
Stop.
Get rid of the fucking eyelashes too. Y'all niggas try to strip them everything.
Listen, women, my gender, once again, my gender, because, you know, the other stuff is going on. They getting their body done. You see how like men used to get their cars done to impress a woman? And now y'all started getting your cars to impress each other. Yo, he got the big body Benz and he got the, y'all competing. Now women are doing that with their bodies. Oh, well, I went to Dr. Miami. Well, I went to Columbia. I'm sitting there listening, I'm saying to myself, what the fuck?
Let me tell you this.
It's really
Stop baby hairs.
No.
Stop baby hairs. Stop helmets. Stop bonnets.
Fuck spending the money on BBLs.
That's right. Get your teeth done.
No.
Take your kids and get them damn braces.
Go get your pussy tightened. Go get the tighten joint.
That's what you want.
No, like Pam did in that shit.
Wait.
Survivor's Remorse.
Rich.
She went and got a whole
Rich.
new coupe
That's
sold
what
up.
you went about.
Go
That's
get
what you went
that.
He had an experience.
Yes. Because hey, look, he gets mad. Look,
I ain't mad. I'm just saying.
You fell into some
No,
shit.
nigga go BBL and the pussy still trash. What's the sense of BBL?
That's right.
So
You gonna get a whole body
you
done, but you
experiment
gotta
bad
change your inside.
Huh?
you experience bad pussy?
You fell into
Fat
some
man got a cape?
Hey, listen, thank you for coming by. Peace.
Woo! You fell into some.
This nigga has some bad pussy. This nigga has some bad pussy.
He said, "Go get your shit tightened now."
Yeah, you keep just spending the money on the wrong shit.
Oh.